Hi there, it's Donna from Taffy Crafting, and today I'm taking part in the InspireInk blog hop. So you may have come across me through the blog hop, or you might have come across me through a basic search through YouTube. Whatever the case, hello, and it's really nice to see you, and thank you for joining me. And if you like basic paper crafting, simple stamping, simple techniques, simple projects, then hit the subscribe button and come and see some of the simple projects that I do using Stampin' Up products. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I demonstrate all the different products that Stampin' Up have to offer. So today, as part of the blog hop challenge, I am introducing you to the in colours. These are valid from 2020 to 2022, and we have Misty Moonlight, which is a nice deep blue colour, Bumblebee, lovely vibrant yellow, Magenta Madness, beautifully bright pink, Just Jade, gorgeous green colour, and Cinnamon Cider. We tend to shy away from browns, but we're going to use it. I'm challenging myself over these next few weeks while I'm off work to use more brown. We are going to embrace the brown. So Cinnamon Cider, nice biscuit colour. And I'm going to make a card using all five of those colours. And the stamp that's going to help me do that is Gorgeous Posies. So I'm just going to use a basic card base, but I'm going to be using a technique where I'm going to mask the image so that I can put some images behind it. You'll see exactly what I mean in a moment. All of the measurements, all of the products will be over on my blog, and I have left a link for that in the description bar. So just hit on that link and it will take you over to my blog. And also on that blog, you'll get to see all of the other projects and all of the other demonstrators that have taken part in this particular blog hop. There are some extremely talented ladies out there and gentlemen producing beautiful projects, so please make sure you go and have a look. So I'm starting off with a basic card base. So this is a piece of A4 paper, A4 card rather, Whisper White card, that's been sliced down the short side at 4 1/8 inches and then scored halfway on the long side. So this is at 5 7/8. Folded over, no layers on this. We're going simple. I don't want to put off anybody who really wants to get into stamping and into papercraft and think that they have to buy lots and lots of different products. With this one, you can start off really simple, and you don't need to use all 5 ink pads, although there is a discount if you buy all 5, but you don't have to have all 5. I can show you how you do this with 2, maybe 3. So it's entirely up to you. Now, the first thing that I've done on some scrap card is using the big flower. Let's get this back. So using this big flower, I was just playing about with the stamp really, and I stamped in Bumblebee, but it doesn't matter what colour. I stamped the flowers onto some scrap Whisper White cardstock, and because I was mucking about with colour and didn't know what colourways I was going to do this, I stamped Misty Moonlight on top of that, and then decided that was the colourway that I wanted. And then I fussy cut it. Not super accurate, because I don't really have the eyesight to do super accurate fussy cutting. I've got to start just knocking that on the head now. I can't do it. But I just fussy cut that out and put that to one side. So with the flower, I've decided to go with Bumblebee for the flower because I really like yellow and blue together. So with Bumblebee and with the big flower, this is a cling stamp. And I'm just going to decide where I'm going to put my flowers. I'm going to have 3 on here. And I think I'm going to have 1 at the top, 1 in the middle over to the right, and then 1 in the bottom left, because I want my sentiment to be in the bottom right. So inked up my stamp, and I'm going to put this top corner, press down firmly, and there we have it. Just tap gently onto the ink, and then I'm going to put another one here. Tap gently. You're certainly not pressing down hard into that, just tap gently, and then I'm going to put another one here. You could do these all different colours if you want to. I'm not that brave. I just don't. That's there's no rules about this. You do what you're comfortable with. So there are my 3 flowers, and my sentiment is going to go down here. So I need to think about where I'm putting the other elements of this card. And I think what I'm going to do is put the sentiment on now. So let's get that out. And the sentiment that I'm going to use is celebrate your day. But I'll show you what other sentiments are on there. There's some nice sentiments on here. Celebrating your day. For a very kind and thoughtful friend. We certainly, coming out of this pandemic now, we certainly know who our friends are with this, those that have supported us and helped us out. Wishing you comfort and peace at this time. So if somebody's having a really hard time at the moment, that's a lovely sentiment. And get well soon. A lot of the stamp sets I've bought recently have got get well soon on it. And personally, I haven't known anybody who's been ill in the last few months since we've been on lockdown, but it's quite fitting for this time at the moment. So what I've done, because I've not got any pink in my flowers or in my leaves that I'm going to use, I'm going to stamp this with Magenta Madness. And it does feel a bit mad, putting some pink in this. Tap gently. And then I'm going to put this, hopefully I'll get it straight. And I'm going to put that like that. Just a nice big shock of colour in there. So if you need to cheer somebody up, this is the type of card to do that. Right, I won't be using that anymore. Now in the middle of these flowers, I want to put some blue. So I'm going to use this stamp. Get that on my block. You'll see that in my videos I tend to use the same size block all of the time. I don't have a big selection of blocks. So I make sure I've got one big one for my big stamps, and then I just use this size for any other stamp. So tapping gently onto my ink pad, and I make really gently. I don't think there's a right and wrong way to put this on here. I don't think there is. If there is, I'm not worrying about it. I love yellow and blue together. Love it. So there are the 3 middles of my flowers. So the next thing I'm going to do is get some leaves on here. And the leaves, so we've got a nice leaf stamp on here. I'm going to put that on my block. And I'm going to be using Just Jade for that. Now, I don't want the leaves to be out here. I actually want the leaf to be behind, and that's why I fussy cut this. I'm going to do this one first because I need to be careful where I'm rearranging this. So some people put these onto like post-it pads and things, but I didn't have one to hand, so I just fussy cut it just because I'm more confident fussy cutting with card rather than paper. That's just a preference, just because I just find it easier, just because my eyesight is so poor and I need to have something where it's quite sturdy behind it. But paper or a post-it note is the ideal thing for that. So just tapping Just Jade onto there, and it looks like it hasn't inked up. It does. It just gives, if you look at the leaf there, it just gives that faded look. So ink up my stamp. So holding that on there, so that's masking that. And I want this flower, this leaf rather, to come out from the side without hitting my sentiment. Like that. And then when you pull this off, then you've got the leaf behind it. And I'm going to do the same with this one, but I'm going to have the leaf coming out this way. I'm going to do this way because I'm right-handed. Tap gently on that. Whoops, that almost went on at the wrong angle. And then this one will go this way. I can't get it around the right way where I was. No, that's not it. It's there. Ink up your stamp again. And there you have your 3 flowers. So we've used the Bumblebee, the Misty Moonlight, the Just Jade and the Magenta Madness. One more. And we're going to be using Cinnamon Cider. And in this stamp set we've got this. So that's what I'm going to use on here. So let's just get my stamp for that. So I've got that on my block, get the cinnamon cider, and I'm going to use just use that again. And I think I want them coming out of here, but without touching this green, if I can help it. So I'm just going to line that up there. Oops. And stamp that there like that. And then with this one, I'm going to stamp off the card. So it doesn't all have to be on the paper. That's coming off from there. I wasn't sure if that was going to work when I first tried this, but actually, I don't think it's too bad. So I'm going to have this one coming out there, and like that, and then this one, I'll have it coming out of the side. And I'm just going to have that coming down here as well. Oh, nearly. Just got that just right. So there you have it, a really, really simple card with some ink and some paper, a little splash of colour going on there. And then you've just got a basic card, no layering, no cutting and slicing things with the paper trimmer. And that's all 5 ink colours being used for a really pretty card. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Hop onto my blog. So if you found me through YouTube, go and hop onto my blog and go and have a look at all of the other projects that everybody else has made and get some inspiration from them. I will see you all soon. Bye bye.